So, on this video, I'm going to be discussing lessons that having freeform locks have taught me. That was a suggestion in my community section by Natural Nirvana. So I was like, that's a pretty good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Lessons that having freeform locks have taught me. Before I cut this camera on, I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, man, I can really only come up with one big thing. And the one big thing that I would say that just having freeform locks has taught me is that you have to have a vision for yourself. You have to have a vision for you, and this was in life in general, really, with a lot of things, not just hair. But you gotta have a vision for your hair, man. And what I mean by that is that people like long hair, right? So people are not going to appreciate your hair really until it starts to get longer. 3, 4, 5 years in. And then people are wild by it. Like, oh man, his hair is so beautiful now, or his or her hair is so beautiful now. But in the beginning stages, you're gonna encounter a lot of things, right? Whether it be from family, friends, relationships. You're gonna, if you're growing your hair like this, people are going to wonder what's wrong with you. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Um, they're gonna have, some negative things to say, some not so nice things to say. And you're gonna be pressured into, man, why don't you just get a retwister? Why don't you just cut that and get, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get those types of comments and remarks. You're gonna get stares from people. So you have to have, and the reason you have to have the vision for your hair, because you got to know how you're going to navigate all of this stuff, how you going to handle these things. And you got to be ready to also sacrifice some things. You got to be ready to compromise some things. Now, whether that's in the forms of relationships, whether that's in the form of a job, or and it doesn't have to be just working for somebody. You may be in a market for your own self, and it may require you to have a certain aesthetic, you know what I'm saying, to have a certain look, to go into the clientele that others are getting. And that's just the reality of it. So you got to be ready for all of these things. um so because if you allow the comments and stuff to creep into your head, at the early stages, I think what happens to a lot of people, that's why they keep trying at it, is that you look at you might watch one of my videos or somebody else's, and then you be like, damn man, I really like their hair, and if I wouldn't have cut my hair, I'd probably be somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? I'd be 3 years in right now, and I'd be past all of the criticisms and everything, like. And that's why you gotta have the vision for it, because people not gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? People not gonna see what you envision your hair as. So that's why I said you gotta have a vision for these things. For your hair. Um, being able to deal with certain things, man. Okay, look, what types of jobs am I willing to not get, or that's just the reality of it. What types of things am I willing to not get simply because I'm growing my hair a certain way? What types of relationships with certain people am I willing to not attract? But it's not, and I'm not saying only think about the negative sides, because but I'm just saying that it's a reality, so you have to think about it. That's why you have to have a vision. You have to weigh all things. When you have a vision, you got to weigh the negative and the positive things. You know what I'm saying? It just can't be the negative, or it just can't be the positive things. You have to weigh all things and be like, okay, I thought about it, I weighed it out, this is what I'm gonna do with it. Because honestly, look, I used to get a few comments from family. Nothing bad though, but it was just like, they were used to seeing me a certain way, right? They were used to seeing me with haircuts and whatnot, especially, having been in the military for 4 years. So this was a drastic change, but I had always wanted to have my hair like this. So when I actually had the vision for myself that, what, this is how I want my hair now at this point in my life. Um, I just did it. And now they don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even really they don't ever mention my hair ever. Like my family members probably haven't mentioned my hair in like a couple years. The last comment I got, my mom actually told me, because my dad, he was former military too, and he's clean cut guy, always, says so. He didn't like it at first, you know what I mean? But he never voiced to me he never told me that he didn't like it. Him and my mom would talk. So one day my mom came to me and she was like, he says that he likes your hair now. He like, you know what I'm saying? But and the first thing came to my head was that people like, they appreciate long hair more. You know what I'm saying? When it's all clumped up and matted up and stuff like that, to them it's like, you don't care about yourself. What are you doing? But once they see it starts to get long, they said that you was actually trying to grow you were actually trying to grow dreadlocks out of all of that. So, you gotta have the vision for it, man, because people are not gonna understand it, and that's just what it is. So that I would say that's the one biggest thing that I've learned, having a vision for your hair, because other people not gonna see it. So that's it. Pretty short video, short and to the point. But I would love to know from you guys, what if any life lesson or life lessons that you've encountered or learned about yourself or about others from simply having freeform locks. Comment below.